Yo, what's good, man? This your boy Ja. Welcome to my imagination. I hope y'all having a great day today. Thanks for clicking on the video. So today's topic is going to be about forgiveness, and not just for other people, but for yourself. And I wanted to say that it's so important to have the skill of forgiveness or practice forgiveness on a day-to-day basis, because oftentimes we're too hard on ourselves, and then we're also very hard on others. And with that kind of lifestyle, you're just making your life harder. You're holding on to things, holding grudges against yourself for the past mistakes that you did, holding grudges against other people that made mistakes against you, other people that harmed you. And once you constantly live in that state, you're likely in a defensive mode. You're likely always seeing the worst in things in yourself and in other people. And that's not the kind of life we want to live. If you want to be successful, if you want to be prosperous, if you want to be abundant, you have to live a life of forgiveness. And what do I mean by forgiveness? I was reading this book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and he was saying he called it therapeutic forgiveness, where, from my understanding, you're not just forgiving just to do it, but you're doing it to let go of that pain, that anger, that feeling of resentment in your heart, against, like I said, it could be another person, or it could be against yourself. Like, for me, I make my mistakes day to day, and then it's easy for me to beat myself up, be self-critical. And there's a difference between beating yourself up and holding yourself accountable. And so now I'm in a state where if I make a mistake, if I wake up too late, if I don't do my daily routine to like how I want to do it, it's like, all right, how can I forgive myself? How can I give myself the space and the grace to be human? And it's just therapeutic forgiveness, meaning the way he explained therapeutic forgiveness is realizing that you had no reason to condemn that person, or if that doesn't click, blame that person for what they did in the first place. Realizing that person is not the mistake that they made, realizing that you're not the mistake that you made. That way you can forgive them. That doesn't mean that these people are the people that hurt you, or even yourself. You might not be in the state that you want to be in, but it's realizing like, okay, this person can change and be better, and I can change and I can be better. So by knowing that, it's like, all right, I have no reason to continuously blame them. I have no reason to continuously condemn them. In the book, he brought up Jesus, and he brought up the fact that this lady, I forgot what her name was. She cheated on her husband, and they had a conversation. This is from the book. I read the Bible too. I'm very, I used to be very Christian, and the topic of forgiveness comes about all the time. And basically, in the story, he forgave her. Basically, the conversation was, all right, did you do that? Okay, you did it. Don't do it again. And he forgave her. You know what I mean? He was like, there's no point to live in this constant state of blaming. There's no constant point in living in this state of anger and resentment against yourself and others. Because in reality, it's in a way self-harm. You're just harming yourself. You're not giving yourself the room to grow, to breathe, to let go, and surrender to the goodness of life. You're just stuck holding on to the pain and the anger and aggression in life when you constantly live in this state of not forgiving people. So I just wanted to make that quick, thing about forgiving, learning how to forgive others. And if y'all just want a quick little blurb of how to do it, just realize like, all right, I fucked up, or you fucked up, or that person, they did this shit to you, they did that, and be like, all right, I don't really got no reason to blame them. Like, yeah, this shit hurt. Yeah, I can hold them accountable, but I'm not going to constantly blame them and condemn them 24/7. I'm just going to let it go. Let it go and realize that person's not that mistake that they made. They can still be an asshole, but it's like, okay, I'm not going to constantly hold that against them. I'm not going to constantly hold that one mistake against myself. Like, if I cut somebody the fuck out and I act out, right? That doesn't necessarily mean I'm just going to act out and cuss everybody out 24/7. You know what I mean? Like, then this goes, I'm just pushing this a little bit further. It's like, if that person steals from me, all right? Yeah, they stole from me. That might have been a one-time thing, but in your brain, it's easy to be like, oh, that motherfucker's a thief. I gotta watch everything he does around me, or I gotta watch everything she does around me, everything they do around me. But okay, you could be like, all right, I'm gonna forget them, because they could have stole from me that one time. But it's like, all right, I can still keep an eye on them. I don't necessarily have to constantly, let them let their past actions dictate who they are today. That is beautiful. Do not let your past actions or let anybody else past actions dictate who you are today or who they are today. Let that shit go. Forgive yourself, forgive everybody else. Walk in therapeutic forgiveness and watch your life change. You're gonna be a whole lot freer, you're gonna have one of those, a whole lot of deep breaths of just relief, and you can relax. A lot of people who don't forgive live in constant tension. So that's not the ideal state for you to be creative and make these business ideas, to create art, music, whatever the fuck you like to do. The more relaxed you are, the more happy and joyful you are, it's a higher chance of you actually creating that thing or doing that thing that you want to do. So a step to do that is forgiving yourself and forgiving others. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the video if y'all made it this far. Quick little blurb. And if y'all was wondering why I keep looking around, I'm just making sure. It was like this little cat. I don't know where it went. I was trying to look for it, but oh well. Lock in. Keep imagining, keep being great. Forgive yourself and others. Peace.